I am Dominic Bytes. Welcome to another episode of Byte Club Cinema. Joining me today are Diesel and Sage. Aha! Diesel, say hello to the masses.
What's good?
Hey, and Sage.
What up? What up? Hope y'all have an awesome day.
Yes. Those of you who've been watching will remember Diesel. Diesel you know from Chainsaw Man and Five Nights at Freddy's. Sage, you'll remember, was with us last for Barbie. So Sage expressed an interest in joining the Sunday morning movie watching. So I was like, hey, yeah, sure, no, three is still a manageable number. Once you hit four, that's when things start getting a little weird. Like the Barbie thing was strange because we had like six people on there, and that was, oh man, that was pushing it. But 3 to 4 is manageable with watch club style broadcasts like this. So this is fine. Now our target movie today will be Willy's Wonderland. Now we've already seen Five Nights at Freddy's, and it was okay. It was okay. I mean, it had some flaws. I think Diesel and I did a pretty good job of identifying where it needed to be better, a few things that could have been extended or changed, but the practical effects were solid. Um, Acting was good. Tone was good. It did a good job with the source material, basically. Now, Sage has also seen Five Nights at Freddy's. He actually saw it in theaters for us. Oh, hey, Luigi! Oh, welcome. Oh, glad you stopped by. And so we're gonna now compare. So Willy's Wonderland came out in 2021. It was released, I think, yeah, it was during the pandemic times. I think it was direct to video. I don't think it. If it got a theatrical release, it was very limited. But I believe it was mainly through streaming. It's a short movie. It's like 90 minutes, so it's shorter than Five Nights at Freddy's. The big thing is it has Nicolas Cage. It stars Nicolas Cage. Now, I've seen it already. I saw it shortly after it came out. Sage, Diesel, have either of you seen Willy's Wonderland yet? Is this your first viewing?
At least for me, this
Um,
will be my first viewing of the movie. I've seen reviews of it, so I know like the plot beats and such, but I haven't actually watched it for myself.
Oh, okay. And Sage, have you
Well,
seen this yet?
well, technically, yes. I heard about this movie for a while now. I didn't click that it was this movie, so I have some idea about the plot, but not really anything that I I just I heard about it, but not really.
Okay, okay. No, hey, so technically this is the first time for you two. Now, Luigi points out a fun fact here in the chat. Willy's Wonderland is based on a scrapped script for the FNAF movie. So, the FNAF movie was in production hell for a while. So it had multiple scripts, multiple revisions, and and in fact, the Five Nights at Freddy movie came out after at least two, because you had, again, Willy's Wonderland, but you also had, we discussed in the last movie, I've already forgot the name, the Banana Splits. There we go, got it this time. Huh. The Banana Splits movie was also kind of a take on the Five Nights at Freddy formula in some ways. You know, animatronics got run amok, blah blah blah. I've not been able to find a copy of the Banana Splits movie, unfortunately. So if someone wants to help us out, join my Discord, drop a link or something. I want to watch that one. I do want to watch the Banana Splits movie. I haven't seen that one yet. Um, but yeah, so let's see how this compares. It's a very different tone. Having seen it, this will be my second time. A very different tone, very different take. It's got Nicolas Cage, so it's got a lot more star power than was in the actual Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Um, and yeah, this will be interesting. So before we get started, so Diesel, we'll start with you. What are your expectations or hopes for Willy's Wonderland?
well, considering it's a movie with Nick Cage, I don't have hopes for this to be a real serious movie. I'm really hoping that they lean into the typical tropes with enough self referential or at least self acknowledgement humor, but not too much to where it gets overbearing and it kind of ruins the joke.
Okay.
But I'm
Okay.
fully expecting this to be
Yeah.
like a comedy horror movie.
Okay, Sage, what about you? What are your hopes and expectations and dreams?
Oh, for something with Cage in, pretty high bar, but I'm kind of focused on how they portray like death per se. Like, is it gonna be gruesome? Is it gonna be silly? Is it gonna be a combination of the two, or is it gonna be like implied? So, if I want to see how
Hmm.
they portray the horror aspect.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I will point out the rating on this movie. So Five Nights at Freddy's was rated PG-13. Willy's Wonderland is rated R. So that should tell you one big difference between the two movies right there. This is an R-rated movie. Let's see. Oh, and before I go, okay, I'm going to do a shameless plug here. So I currently have in the works a another robot body, specifically a female avatar. So the current Dominic you see is my normal form, more of a masculine kind of body. Well, I've got a female avatar currently being constructed, bespoke, by another artist, Ginny. Now, if you subscribe to my channel, you can see the exclusive in progress artwork. I just posted a new update today to the subscriber only channel, so my subs can see that. Actually have 3 people who are subscribed to me who are not in my Discord, so I've got 2 of them in there, so that's nice. But yeah, just letting people know. Boom, I don't normally show the subscriber thing, but I figure since I'm actually bothering to give exclusive subscriber content on my Discord, I might as well mention it because that is a thing that I like to do. Oh, and Luigi says here, Willy's Wonderland did better in the box office than FNAF because Nick Cage is in it. Really? Really? Wow. It actually had a bigger box office? That's actually kind of incredible.
N-
FNAF, the big thing about it,
Nick Cage
um,
carried for real.
yeah, man, yeah. So that he was worth every penny then. Because FNAF is the second most profitable movie of 2023. Now, no, I'm saying profitable, not like grossing. Because the highest grossing movie is Barbie. Second is Mario, and I think the third is Oppenheimer. I believe. I was just looking at these the other day, and I think Spider-Man's fourth or something like that, which is good. But Mario is really good. But Barbie's not the most profitable movie because Barbie had a big budget, so it only made maybe I think 7 times its budget. FNAF, on the other hand, has made over $200 million, and it had a budget of 20 million, so it's made 10 times its budget. The only movie that's done better is Sound of Freedom, because that one had a $14 million budget, but it's made 280, so it's made uh, 14 times its budget back. So profitability is measured as a ratio of budget to gross, whereas grossing, of course, is just how many ticket sales you have. But yeah, okay, all right. So yeah, so now I would be curious if Willy's Wonderland was more profitable than FNAF because Nick Cage. I don't know how much he charged to be in the movie. Cage is pretty awesome. Like he won't charge top dollar for indie movies. Like there's one Nick Cage movie I want to watch, Pig. I've heard it's very, very good. He does an excellent performance in there. It's a very good dramatic piece. I do want to watch that. So, but he didn't charge an arm and a leg to be in it because if he likes your script, Cage will just be like, "Yeah, I'll give you some chump change. It's fine. I just want to be in the movie." Cage likes to make movies for the sake of making movies. He's cool like that. Okay, standard things. Let's see. There'll be no audio because copyright. I have a mask over the video, including the logo, because it's a studio release. I don't want to get hit by copyright bots. However, this version has subtitles, so I've turned the subtitles on. We'll be able to follow that and watch along. Please support the original release. Um, Oh, the budget for Willy's Wonderland was only 5 million. Wow. Okay, so let's keep that in
Whoa.
mind. So FNAF had a budget of 20 million. This had a budget of 5. So that's oh thanks Luigi. Man, yeah, you're great. Love having you in the chat. Awesome. All right, are you guys ready on your ends to start the movie?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm ready, baby.
All right. We're gonna start the movie in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Is it playing? Yes, it's playing. There we go. Chicken soup for the
Screen
soul.
media.
Yeah.
Nice.
Man, you realize the sound of
Landmark
fluorescent
Studio
bulbs?
Group.
You realize the sound of fluorescent bulbs will soon be lost to history because of
Oh yeah.
LEDs. Like, all we'll remember is the hum of an LED bulb. We won't remember the much louder, distinct hum of fluorescence. Oof. That would just be a backrooms aesthetic and liminal space
Hmm.
and all that. Oh man, what's with all the
Bro,
logos?
imagine a
Come on.
Backrooms movie.
Ah,
I
they'd
would pay
screw it
money to
up.
watch that.
They would use the modern wacky backrooms as opposed to liminal space isolation backrooms. That is far more interesting. There we go. Yeah, I like how they're immediately establishing. Now, similar, interesting here. It's similar start to fnaf. You know, fnaf starts like, here's a guard, he's being hunted, and he's being killed. Same here. It's like here's a couple people. They're in a horrible place. They're gonna, they're gonna die. You know they're gonna die. Carl, no, that kills people.
How did he fit though?
Don't know.
Adding that to the horror
Uh,
bingo book, tripping on air.
Quickly, just glitch into the back rooms.
yeah, that would be funny actually.
That would be
Now, I like to think that because of how he arrives, that this is Cage's character from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Hmm.
Because apparently this car is similar to some other cars that he uses in his other movies. Like it might be like his personal vehicle, but apparently this car appears in other Nick Cage movies. Backroom. Oh, Luigi says that a Backrooms movie is in the works.
Dominic Bytes, have
By
you considered
A24
drinking
Studios.
lava? And not
Okay.
just in
I got
Minecraft?
liquid. Time to drink some lava. All right. I've got my coffee, so that makes it easy. Okay. Well, I hope they don't screw it up. Let's all agree that we should hope they don't screw it up, Luigi. I don't
It's
want
more
to
than
use the
likely
knife.
going to be. I'm hoping they'll do the horror good in drawing you into scenes and not relying on, oh, monster jumps out of the walls and starts chasing them. Like,
Yeah.
I prefer the ones where it's like they're there in the background. You can see them. The most they'll do is start running at the character, but they won't jump out of nowhere.
Right. Exactly. And the build up
you
is
want
important. Like we shouldn't see a monster
you
for the
want the
first half
chase,
hour of
not
the
the
movie.
surprise.
Yeah, the entire half
Yeah.
hour of the movie should just be a single person wandering alone and just increasing tension and oppressive atmosphere as they just see weird stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a separate movie. We'll definitely watch that one together. I like the back. I like several of the web series on the back rooms. But yay! All right, energy drinks.
Product placement.
Yeah. Well, Cage is playing a boomer because he's drinking his energy drinks. I cannot personally stand any
Yeah.
energy drinks. I just can't. I just can't with any energy
You know
drinks.
what's funny? With the way the shadows moved, it's like you just stood in that one spot after drinking that until somebody arrived for like
Yeah.
hours on end.
That's
Yeah,
an energy drink for real.
Well, that's literally Cage's whole approach on this. It's like, well, Towers, I'll just wait for somebody. Meh, I got my drinks, I'm good. Oh, okay. Luigi says they got the guy who makes the video on YouTube to make the movie. Okay, well, all right. Then I
Nice.
feel good about that.
Yeah, I got some hopes.
Like, just glares. I like how this guy just has an entire conversation on his own.
I feel as if his character is calling bullshit on that story.
Yes, most likely. Yeah, this is one
To
of those
me,
guys who can. You don't have to say anything.
shout
You
out
just
to the
gotta
guy that
show.
carries the conversation.
Yeah.
They're the real heroes.
Yeah, I don't mind people like that because it means I can just shut up and just let them talk. And I don't mind listening most of the time. I'm just, you know, listening is fine. It's just when you expect me to participate, just John, let me listen, pick out the interesting bits. Boom.
Yeah. And then when they stop talking, the awkward silence hit different.
Yeah. Yeah, the best ones like that archetype are the ones that have actual interesting stories. Like they've had an interesting life and they can just keep going about cool stuff they've seen or cool stories from other people they've met. Yeah, those are really nice. But this guy
Now,
just
now
kind
I
of
will admit, because I do know some of the later story stuff, that, like, if it lean, like, because I don't know how to feel about it. Because to me, it doesn't lean too much in one direction. I'm not taking itself seriously, but at the same time, it does. So I'll bring the point up later when it starts coming up. But yeah, no, I do have some issues with some like that. Fucking one of the major plot contrivances.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, it's an
I like
experience, my dude.
I, I like how the female cop here is familiar with this guy's nonsense. She's like, look, I don't have time. Just shut up, please. Go away now. I've heard it all.
That I've seen some things there. It's telling.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how like Nick Cage stares at her and she stares back, and it's like, yeah. Oh, hey, Luigi. Glad you're still with us, banging away on the keyboard. Now I like the setup here so far. Also, notice the colors. Very washed out yellow. Um, it's a different kind of filter than what they used in fnaf. Fnaf they use kind of a gray filter. Here they're using more of a yellowish tint filter.
Uh, human rights being thrown us to the signs.
I don't take none of that plastic. I want gold.
It's crazy. But yeah, I do see the bold choice of this bland yellow back tint.
Now, I will say, giving this character the trait of talk, 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 like verbal diarrhea, does make him a natural exposition machine. Um, he gives you all the world building you need, and but it's in character for him to do so because you believe that he'll just spill his guts to just anyone who walks in like they're a newbie.
I feel like that's a scam.
Yep.
Totally feels
Hi.
like a scam.
Yeah. Hello. Would you like to participate in our weekly cult offering? Yes. 2 for 1 special. One of your heads for two of theirs. No. way to hell. So I don't care.
The silence is so telling, and it's just me as knowing that Nick Cage talking is gonna cost them a fortune.
Hmm.
That's just me.
He's like, is this worth it? But then again, it's his car.
He ain't got a choice.
Yeah. He's like, God, I hate that orange weasel thing.
Damn, you could feel the sexual tension between Nick Cage here and Willy.
What? No, we're not going there. No. God, no. Bad. I think you're projecting
What, you don't
there.
like that image?
Well, no, given your
Look,
taste,
you saw the way
be...
Nick looked at Willy right there.
Oh, God. Well, given your taste, Diesel, I wouldn't be surprised if you were looking for Rule 34 art on this.
Don't tempt me. I will spam that your DMs, and you can enjoy that cursed imagery.
No, God, no, God. I don't do fnaf Rule 34, and I definitely don't do Willy's Wonderland Rule 34. God, no.
Subscribe now. If we get enough subscribers by the end of the month, we will have Dominic review Willy's Wonderland Rule 34.
Oh, God, no, I can't do that on stream. Are you kidding? No, that's an
He's the
instant ban.
idea to Dom. But yeah, for a kid's place, it's not very colorful on the outside, which is kind of telling.
Yeah, and I like this here. So we switch from the yellowish orange tint for outside. Now we have the bluish tint for inside, the cooler colors. So just noting the filmmaking thing on that one. That's nice. It's very basic. It's very simple. Color filters are a very simple thing. Don't cost anything, or cost barely nothing. But nice touch.
The only realistic thing I'm seeing is that good hot dog.
Mm.
Not now.
I like how nervous the owner is inside. The owner sounds familiar. I forgot who the actor for the owner is, but I heard his voice. He's done some voice acting.
Like the animatronics, like I know they're shut down, but the grime and dirt doesn't feel natural to me.
Take breaks, yeah. Yes. My name's not Tex Picato. I'm Doug Dimmadome. Doug's Dale Dimmadome.
That's what I had going in my head. Lock them in.
Now I can't unthink this thing.
The animatronics get a little quirky at night.
Yeah.
Cool, free T-shirt.
Yeah. I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing blue. Well, that's okay. You won't.
All right, so we found out Willy apparently likes the top.
Yeah, it's very Deliverance here.
Now he unlocked it with his shoulder.
Was that lock really necessary?
Oh God, no! There's a black character. We know the rule.
Yeah.
That poor man.
Well, now to be fair, there's at least 2 black characters, so. Yeah. Now, how should we take that the one in the leopard coat knows her ways around handcuffs? Implications.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how these teens all fit. I think they're teens. Well, young adults. We don't know their ages, but I like how they all fit the common horror tropes, like right off the bat. You have you have the slutty one with the uh, dumb dumb guy. You've got at least two stand up dudes in there. The nerdy one and the leader one. You've got the go getter girl. So
We're missing the
yeah,
pothead.
yeah, oh yeah, and the pothead. Yes, there you go.
Oh no, no. They relegated that role to Nicolas Cage. He's the badass and the pothead because it's Nick Cage. He's on something.
Yeah, instead of pot, it's energy drinks. Like, you know what they probably did for these scenes? They were probably like, okay, here's a dirty room. Nick Cage, just go around cleaning stuff. We'll just film you as you do it. Just clean. And actually, you know what?
He is a method actor.
Yeah, and given because I don't think Cage. Well, no, Cage is Coppola's son, so he probably never actually had to work like a menial labor or anything. But I wouldn't be surprised if he actually like went out to a place and cleaned it just to learn like proper method, just to use it in the movie. Because that's the kind of guy he is.
Nick Cage act as janitor simulator.
Yes, Nick Cage did.
It feels weird to see him doing something like mundane, cleaning up, right?
Yeah.
But it's funny to see. Oh, even high profile actors do garbage work. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Harrison Ford was like a carpenter and a handyman before he was in Star Wars. That's how Lucas met him. So yeah, a lot of actors who aren't from famous families. Like Cage is the son of Francis Ford Coppola, so he's never had like a really rough life because his dad is famous. Um, but the there are a lot of actors who have.
Yeah, it kind of. I wouldn't say break immersion for me. It's just refreshing.
Yeah, and Cage
Not the
makes
case.
it
They
plausible.
just
And Cage
we're just
makes
watching
it
Nick
plausible.
Cage like clean his house. This isn't even him acting. It's just him
Yeah.
doing shit around his own house.
You know what? I want a power wash simulator movie starring Nick Cage. Imagine 90 minutes of just Nick Cage with a power washer. Boom.
He would totally fucking do it too, and I'd love to see it.
Yeah, yeah. Like the only expenses on the film are the camera and the power washer, and then you just see him like, and the big climax is he finally unlocks like the ultimate tool and like takes on the hard job. There you go. And there's no montage. Everything is clean in real time. That's the other feature. So like when he's like power washing the car, you don't skip any. You just see him the whole time like power washing and doing all the detailing for like 5-10 minutes, and then he moves on to the next thing. That's literally just the entire movie. People would watch
I'm
that.
down. But look, a movie like that may not sell as well. They gotta get a little sex appealing, so he's gonna be in a bikini the whole time.
Oh no. Nick Cage would probably do that too. Yeah. I don't think that mop's actually cleaning anything. That floor's staying just as dirty every time he wipes it. I don't know. Mops suck. I don't know. I don't know who thought of the idea of mops, but I don't know. I've never really successfully been able to clean anything with a mop. Squeegees
I have,
work.
as long as it's not super dirty.
Yeah. Squeegees work.
It's a lot of finesse than like not elbow grease. It's control.
Okay. Maybe I just don't have the knack.
Or you can aggressively just hit the stain with the mop until it goes away.
Yeah, you can brute force it, which is you'll get the job done. You'll get tired easier. But I use mops to dry stuff up. You know, it'll be
Yeah.
clean.
I do at least like how they show the animatronics actually moving in the background and such instead of they're completely still. Look back, then they're gone.
Yeah,
No,
they move
they're
around a little
showing
bit.
that they're moving, they're active, but just outside of
He's
Nick's
like,
view.
"What are you doing? Tap tap. You okay? We good here?" Then the cage is like, "All right, I'm being attacked by an animatronic. What do I do? Well, I got a broom or I got a mop, so I'll just use that." Uh,
It drew blood.
it's like, and that's the moment the ostrich realized he fucked up. It's
Yeah.
like, wait, because the ostrich is normally like, this is the moment people run. He's not running. What's he doing?
You're not
Oh
supposed
no!
to be fighting back.
I'm not supposed to be losing. Why am I getting beat to death? Oh god! Ow! Ow!
Because you brought an action star to horror.
Yeah. This character is not aware of what genre he's in. Oh no!
This isn't how this is supposed to go. Jesus.
Yeah.
Predator,
That's
that
good.
shit.
Yep.
What do you expect when you got someone who got the bravery and the skills to pay the bills, you know?
Yep. And now he's like, well, nuts. Now I gotta made a mess. I gotta clean it up. And I need
That
to
was
do
more intense BDSM than that ostrich was expecting.
no safe word. Oh no.
Double, damn.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, so we have another new character. There we go. Duct tape. Nature's bandages.
Exactly.
Now he runs into the fact. Yep, chained. I'm like, well, that's supposed to open when I do that. Okay.
Just leave this here. I'll take it out in the morning. Break time.
Yep.
See, even the animatronics respect the breaks.
Yep. Man, I want
Is
to
it
pop
just
up shop
me, or
this.
there's only? Is it just me, or there's just two types of characters in this show? The strong silent types and the over talkative type.
Yeah, basically.
Oh no, it's not the strong sound type. It's Nicolas Cage and then everybody else.
Yes. Nicolas Cage is from a completely different movie. That's basically the vibe they're going for, and I love it because it stands out. Because yeah, he's the only big name in the entire movie. So yeah, they lean into that kind of thing.
Another product place. Let's go. Bro, this looks satisfying to watch. Like,
Alrighty. It's time for Nick Cage in the bathroom.
Hey, I kind of like that robot doodle above the soap dispenser. That's nice. I wouldn't wash. I
That's
wouldn't wash
nice.
that off.
bro, he's so hopped up on energy drinks, you know. At this point, I think that's his courage is coming from.
Yes. Yeah, the energy drinks fuel his muscles.
I would not want to go to this bathroom, even as a janitor. No.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know it's a men's room because of how clean it is. The women's restroom is even worse.
That is sadly true.
Yeah, yeah.
Before,
For some, one of the rules of bathrooms in college, women's restrooms are cleaner. After college, when they become adults, women's restrooms are the filthiest places. Men's restrooms are spotless by comparison.
yeah, in schools, the girls' bathroom is clean. Everywhere else, it's the men's bathroom.
And
It's
Cage is like,
crazy.
alright, no. No party for you. Enough of this. No more silliness.
Oh God, the monkey's loose.
I just cleaned that, you son of a bitch. And I love too, you can get like
Where
Cage's.
the fuck did he get the blood?
Who knows?
Pretty wild.
I love how Cage's disgust and just like, I am done with this, is conveyed. His facial expressions are great.
Okay, so the ghost powers is coming in plus.
Huh.
Now, it would have been funny if you found the animatronic just sitting there taking a shit.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just questioning, where the fuck was that thing hiding?
Presumably like on the ceiling or something, I guess. I don't know. Nice little jump scare moment, though. Now, the way they do the editing on the fight scenes here is kind of neat. Because if you notice, there's not a lot of fight choreography going on. It's a lot of like close-up shot to wrestling, things like that. Alright,
Bro,
I got a plunger, so...
Looks like that gorilla's in for a shitty time.
Ew, 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 ew.
Bite the curb,
Not
motherfucker.
the plunger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. Hey, he's
I
flushing the
know where
trash.
that's been.
Yeah, he's flushing the trash with a toilet. There you go. Rorschach style.
Okay. I want to point out that might be the grossest death scene I've ever seen. Is that
Oh, you should
blood?
watch...
Is it unmentionables? Is it oil? I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Well, hey, to be fair, Cage's character did clean it first, so it was probably not unmentionables. It was probably just oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did go out of
Nick
their way to
Cage,
show
a
that.
man
Yeah.
held together by duct tape.
Yep. Love the
Duct tape
meta
is
class.
pretty overpowered.
Yes, duct tape is OP. If this was a video game, the rolls of duct tape would be the medical thing. It's like, oh, roll the duct tape. Oh, HP restored. Now I want a game that does that for real.
I gotta
Now
appreciate that.
Back to the sexual tension between Willy and Cage.
Oh God, no.
You
But I
can't escape
can
it,
see it
Dominic.
though. You
So
can
even
see
Sage
it.
can see it.
There's some tension. I'm not saying it's sexual, but there is tension.
Yeah, there's tension, yes. But it's
Another part
mostly
of
like,
it.
yeah, who's the bigger badass kind of deal.
Who has the best ass?
Oh God, no.
I mean, I'm starting to think it's a combination of the energy drinks and duct tape is giving him the power to beat Supernatural. Maybe some OCD because he has a very cleanliness thing going on.
Now, I'm not sure. So I think that he just said. I think that's the only thing he says in the entire movie. I believe that's his only spoken line of dialogue in the entire movie. But I'll keep a closer eye. I missed that actually on my
I
first
would
viewing.
call spoken more than just making noise.
Yes. Well, that's what I mean. I believe that's the only thing.
What's words just sounds we just collectively agree we understand. You know? So far, it doesn't feel like a horror movie more than just a B budget action movie with some
With horror
weirdness in the
elements,
mix.
yeah.
It's there, but it's being overlooked.
Now, they are nice enough, yeah. They're like, hey, we need to save Nick Cage. Wait, what? No. I'm fine.
No. About to be Willy's ass. Yeah.
I mean, that's a sensible position on her part. I mean, burning people alive is generally considered a bad thing.
It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
When in doubt, arson is sometimes the last.
Oh, yeah, no, arson's acceptable in
When
certain
it-
cases. Oh, sure.
Look, when in doubt, send in the pyromaniac, okay? He'll have no issues with it.
Yeah. Or high explosives. High explosives solve many problems. I'm surprised they didn't bring a
Or send in
crowbar.
an A10 Warhog.
Yeah. I mean, a crowbar would have been very effective there because they literally could have just pried the boards off, smashed the window, bam. There you go. Instead, they had to
Or
sneak
some
in.
bolt cutters.
Yeah. I mean, a crowbar should have been easy to get, but I guess we could just attribute it to they are teenagers and not the best at planning.
It's either that or we can attribute to typical slasher tropes where they never have any of the tools for the job until the very end.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. I would be shitting bricks. You also gotta love that. Oh, there are murder death robots in there. There's somebody in there. I'm sure I'll be safe in the vents.
Yeah.
All right, Willy's setting the mood for him and Nick.
Oh no. Now it is notable there with that exchange. So that will also explain some of the dumb behavior we see from the characters later on. Because they're all high. They all got stoned.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. Now we also Now I like that. This one here, this monster is my favorite design overall. Um, like the way she moves, and like she's a twisted Tinkerbell. I like it.
Bitch, just run.
Yeah. Now, I do like the fact that she is also trying to fight, in contrast with Nick Cage. Like, see, she is also trying to throw a punch at the thing, but we see how, like, if you're just an average person, you throw a punch, yeah, that's not working. Nick Cage is not just, like, fighting back, he's very good at it. He's able to fight back. Just, you know, someone else, a random person who fights back is still going to lose. They're that strong.
Not only that, the animatronics he has fought, he didn't take a fighting stance till he landed a hit. She immediately posted up in a fighting stance, making her intentions very obvious.
Yeah, so smart move on her part. I mean, it shows that she is also like Cage's character, not a coward. But yeah, she just doesn't have the skill to match him on that. Skill issue. Haha.
Hmm.
I got a job to do. Oh. I mean, he's not wrong. You're
He's
not supposed
right.
to go in here. Burning the building from the outside is, in fact, the best solution. So,
How
oh,
the fuck are you gonna get mad at him when he's right?
yeah, oops.
You gonna get
Now,
mad at him because he doesn't want to get himself killed for your girlfriend?
yeah, I mean, I mean, although, I mean, I guess he was, yeah, I mean, it's just one of the, I mean, again, teenage, and also remember, they all got stoned beforehand. So, none of them are in their right mind right now because they're all high.
Fair enough, but I'd beat the living fuck out of that dude if he threw me into an area with killer animatronics.
Yeah.
Because he got pissed off I didn't want to go save his girlfriend.
Now he's like, weren't there 8? Well, yeah. See, he recognizes what's going on.
Yeah, you
It's like, they
figured
attack, I killed them.
Now, I have heard theories that the reason why he stopped her from attacking her would be, I'm guessing maybe the animatronics have some form of rules where they all can't attack at once. They have to take turns. I assume attacking them allows them to then just be like, fuck it, we can all go now.
Yeah. But he wouldn't know the rules, that's the thing. Like, how he has no awareness of the rules. He's completely unaware.
Well, the one thing I'd figure is he's picking up on something, considering after the first one, you would think he'd be like, I killed your friend, and you all are not coming to attack me at once. He'd probably figured there was some form of rule going on.
Yeah, it's sporting. They're being sporting about it, so he's going to be sporting about it. He doesn't care. I literally don't care. I just want my car. That's all I want. He's a man on a mission. I'm going to clean this place. I'm going to get my car. And now we get an exposition dump. Oh, hey, it's this version's Purple Man. Yeah. Yeah, it just took a little bit. How many families had to go missing? Yeah. The law enforcement, typical. Now, I like this here, too, because he didn't act alone. He recruited, he trained, he identified other people like him and, worked together with them. They used the Kool-Aid!
I feel like, as cliche as it sounds, I think voodoo would have fit more into this.
Yeah.
Instead of the satanic thing. I know they technically do it in Chucky with Damballa, but I did do a little research. Damballa is an actual voodoo entity. Neither good nor evil. It's up to the wielder of said voodoo whether it is good or evil.
Imagine being the guy who buys this and is like, hey, I got haunted animatronics. Yeah.
Bro, Chucky crossover with Willy Wonderland. Let's do it.
Yeah. That's a nice way to refer to him. Nice dig.
Well, the intelligence they're about to display, I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah. Okay, so I missed the fact that they all, and the first time I watched this, I missed the fact that all of them got stoned other than the female lead, so I did forget that. So
Yeah, but
it explains
a
lot more of the
you would
stupidity.
think. I wouldn't say that because he said THC, so I'm assuming it was marijuana.
Yes.
I would think adrenaline and such, and being in a situation where at any moment you could die. I don't think the THC would have this negative of an effect.
Yeah.
Now, if it's something like acid, molly, like a hallucinogenic, I could see it.
Yeah.
But at most, you would be a little more relaxed because that's what weed does. You get hungry and it relaxes you.
Yeah. I think the main trick here is these two are established as not really being on board because they're like, oh, we need to vanquish the evil. They're more on board because it's like we want to show and stuff. So they're not as big a believer. Because he said, oh, I've seen these guys. So what have you seen? And we're like, eh. So he may not even believe there's something bad in there. He's just worried about, I don't want to get hurt. Lame. But typical. Time to go nighty-night. Oh, no. Yep. Okay, his break's over. We can go. Why are you just standing there, guys?
This is why I think.
See, this is dumb. If you know their history. These four understand the history. Why are you just standing there in range of the thing you know will kill you? It would make more sense to, barricade yourself or something like that. Yeah, see?
Oops.
And again, you're just standing there. You
Penetration.
literally just saw your guy get... Oh, okay, well, slipped. Well, the black guy did not die first. Well, what are you doing? Yeah. Why are you just... Yeah, okay,
You're not
do you have
saving
duct
him.
tape?
That's full
Yeah.
penetration.
Yeah, I don't think duct tape's going to help with that one. Standing there is not going to assist. Running is good.
Well, that's the thing was, knocked over the animatronic. Take the fucking sword from it.
Oh, it's his break time now, so yeah, okay. So they're like, we're going to target the others. So here's another complaint I have. So we have a sex scene here. She is not topless. Why? Why is she topless? They make this whole thing like, I want to see you in your birthday suit, and then she's still wearing her bra. That's stupid. The movie chickened out. Yeah, basically the movie should have had her topless. I'm guessing they couldn't afford the budget for it or something because a lot of actresses will demand extra. But yeah, I feel like I was denied boobs. There should have been boobs. She's the bimbo character. She should be topless right now. That's just normal. So that's a strike against the movie, in my book. So that's the dumbest reaction one could have in that case. But
Mans does not want blue balls.
yeah.
Oh, and here comes the epilepsy warning.
Yeah. The music's pretty good. I do like the music.
Oh, yeah. So I think the rule is there only can be as many animatronics active as there are people in the area.
Yeah, they hunt one-on-one, essentially. Yeah, 1v1, something like that. I don't know if there are established rules. I think it's also just they do stuff to increase terror. They want people to be afraid.
Fair enough, but the reason I'm saying it might be imposed rules is because you gotta think about it. If they want people to be afraid, they would have saw, okay, he just killed one of us. He's not afraid of us. So it brings that counterpoint to the whole thing with Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's fucking creepy.
Yeah, I like that. As I said, she's
Mom.
of the animatronics, she's my favorite. I feel like she had the best. It also helps that most of her is a person. Like it's own. She's basically just a person with a fancy mask on.
Yeah. And you're dead. Damn.
Yeah. Liv will get her to move. It's like, oh, you're a stupid teen. I don't care, but okay. Yeah, see here, they're clearly toying with him. They could kill him at any time. They just want to be like, yeah, scream some more. Scream some more. Yeah, they're sadistic. They want screams. They want terror. They want you to piss your pants. They want suffering. There we go. All right.
Nick don't give a fuck. He is in the middle of gaming.
Yeah, there is some... I think the other reason they respect his break time, there's begrudging respect on the part of the killers, because they're like, okay, yeah, you could fight us. We respect that. They respect strength. I mean, they're psychopaths, so I don't think they have any attachment to each other. They're like, oh, you defeated one-on-one. Oh, hey, well, he was a dick anyway. He owed me $20. I don't care. They respect his ability, but there's no emotional attachment to the others.
Fair enough. The only reason I keep thinking that there's some weird rules they've either imposed on themselves or whatnot is because, again, they don't start having multiple animatronics till there are multiple people in the area.
Yeah. Yes. Now that one I'm inclined to agree with you. Yeah, I think they would have stuck with the one-on-one format against Cage, just to see, like, all right, well, I guess it's my turn to square up. I'm gonna off him this time. Ha ha! You know, I think that would have
Because if
been
it
their
was about truth, fear, and terror, multiple of them could come around and just start fucking with him instead of the one-on-one thing.
right. Right. I think it's because of his reaction to him is why they don't try to instill fear, because they're like, yeah, that's not going to work with this one. Yeah, we're just going to fight him. I do like the fact
The
that the
one time lasting long in bed is bad.
I do like how the alligator is pervy enough to like actually like watch for a little bit. He's like, no, yeah, I'll actually gotta let him do stuff. Yeah, that's kind of hot. All right. See, again, she should have been topless. This would have been. Oh, did he? Oh, he went for. Okay.
He went for that BBC.
Yeah, yeah. He bit his shoulder and then went for It's like, yep, okay, now the black man dies. So now both the black characters have died. They weren't the first to die, but they have died. And Cage is like, oh, is that another mess I'm
Break the
clean
fucking
up?
glass!
You stupid kids. There you go. Aw, she gets off screen. That sucks. See, that's another one. I'm not too big on that like his killing of the dude is fine, but the way he kills the woman is just like, oh, that's anticlimactic. It's like the sexy one should have an explicit death. That's a horror trope that should have been adhered to. Oh well.
He's slapping that bitch.
I'm gonna slap the gator around. It's like. Now, well, no, similar to FNaf, most of these are practical. Like, there's an actual mask, and it's actual, like, stuff he's holding on to. There's a little bit of CG enhancement with the sparks and the blood and stuff, but good deal of practical.
I'll give you something to choke on.
Yeah.
Gotta do the one-liners ourselves.
Yeah. I do like the fact he does not quip. Similar to FNaf, no quips here. Just harsh, brutal, like, stop breaking, you stupid machine.
He's just annoyed because now he's got to clean all this up.
Uh-huh. Like, oh, dead bodies. Yeah. I like that.
And then the manipulation from the chameleon.
Right. Yeah, so this is the gaslighter sociopath. You know, an appeal to humanity, an appeal to trust and understanding, to trying to get somebody to be nicer.
Yeah, no, but do you think, like, he think in his head, wait a minute. The story goes, you all did a suicide pact in the ritual. That means you wanted to be in that party.
Yeah.
You could feel my
we've
good
established
sense.
that he's a naive teen, so it makes sense he would fall for it. I mean, that's how killers prey on kids, so yeah, because kids are naive. Yeah. But that's, the use of appeal to like, oh, I'm different, oh, I'm the victim, oh, I'm being picked on, that is a very common mental manipulation tactic by sociopaths and nasty types like that. I've been on the receiving end of it. Thankfully, I'm autistic. It doesn't work on me.
I mean, I don't blame him for being that way. Okay, so this is where I'll be able to kind of get into some of my grievances with plot.
Okay, so the daughter is wrong. Tex did try to destroy it. It's just that when he did, the animatronic snuck out. I was like, we'll just slaughter you all. No, you're not knocking this down.
Well, no, the grievances I had with it was, and what she was trying to do was destroy the animatronics. They only just tried to destroy the place. In this, it doesn't state that they ever bothered to try to fight against the animatronics and ended up losing because of it.
Yeah. Well, here you're finding out. Yeah, if they don't feed them, they will leave the location and they will start slaughtering the locals. Like they are not. They don't have to be in Willy's Wonderland. They just choose to stay in Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Like I was stating was, again, it's the case, we never see anybody like trying to take a shotgun and shooting at the animatronics. Like, they didn't make any attempt to destroy the animatronics themselves. They just decided, we'll just destroy the place. Even after they figured out the animatronics are the ones doing the killing.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, they don't seem to
because as we see with Nick, you can destroy them and they stay down. They don't get back up.
Yeah. Well, because
so for the sense of the plot being, so taking the plot seriously instead of this being, sort of a joke comedy, as watching it for myself, they're trying, there are some funny scenes, but it seems they're trying to be serious about some stuff.
Yeah.
So, with the plot hook of, well, why'd you make the deal? Because they would just kill us. Did you try fighting against them? No. Then, why the fuck did you make the deal?
Yeah. Now, we did establish there with the Liv trying to fight the siren is it's. I do. They should have showed them at least trying. Maybe she had a boss who was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take him out," and then he just gets torn apart. Like as soon as you threaten them, they just outclass you. It's like, good luck trying to shoot something that can just dodge you. We can dodge a shotgun thing. The average person just doesn't have the ability to fight back against them. That if they establish that a little better than they have, I can sort of make the case because, Liv tried to throw a punch, clearly missed. She was able to stab it once it got in close quarters, but wasn't able to, really, really hurt it. It's very possible that, and the average person is just unable to really hurt these things. Cage is just exceptional because, he's not fazed by dead bodies. So, it's clear he's seen some stuff. He's gone through some stuff.
Fair enough, but even as average people, they don't even try with using gun. The great equalizer.
See, that's the lamest death. She just snaps the neck. It's no.
But more problem, how does she even do that with the tongue? Break time. Deal with it yourself.
Here's a knife. Go for it.
I tell you the animatronic's the fuck?
Yeah, he's the animatronic's wait, what? And she's like, what?
Here's your knife. Have fun. Oh, yeah. I just love that. Just what the fuck now?
Yep. Oh, it's break time. Yeah, so now we see, okay, can you, what happens if a normal person tussles with these things? All right. Yeah, Cage, I'm willing to believe Cage is established as exceptional. Cage's character, and he is far above normal human. That's why he's able to fight. And that your average cop or something is just not going to do it. And they can't call it anyone stronger than that because no one believes them.
Fair enough, but then we look at this girl who is actually standing a chance against them, and she is not exceptional.
Right. She's doing okay.
She's doing okay, but that does lead to the... he does come in to save, but it does lead to the problem of, he's exceptional, that's why he can beat them. She held her own against it.
Yeah, Yeah.
So
See, and
it's believable to assume there are people better than her that would, be able to actually beat these outside of just Cave.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I think the general assessment is the power scaling. What we're discussing in a loose tone is power scaling. Power scaling in this movie needs some work. Hi, I'm coming.
Yeah.
He's just like, no, one punch! It's like, we're going to stand here and intimidate you. They Saitama's them.
Don't give a fuck. And another scene that I know about is going to come up, and I'm going to find this also stupid.
Yeah, and the movie is not.
So it's the case.
Sure.
He's killing them. Why is she trying to stop it?
Well, she is, from her perspective, he's going to lose. From the sheriff's perspective, no one has successfully stopped them, and all he's doing is pissing Willy off, and it's going, yeah. Yeah, she's basically worried that Cage is going to lose, Willy's going to get super, super pissed, and nothing will contain him. It'll just be like, I'm going to slaughter everyone in this town, and I'm going to keep going. So, that's her concern, which is a valid one. From her perspective, everyone who stands up to him dies.
Fair enough, but it's the case. He's obviously managing to fare very well against them, saying he's killed them.
Yeah, I agree. He has
maybe
results.
It would be out of the picture to be like, you think this would at least incite them to be like, oh shit, we can fight back. Yeah. This one guy has killed 2 of them and nearly killed a 3rd one.
Actually, you know what would really help is what if they established that, oh yeah, sure, he tore them apart, but you know what they could do? They could just rebuild them. Like, they can literally, like, if one of them is left alive, they could just grab the parts, reassemble them, and bam, they'll be right back.
Yeah, no, they should have set up something, either that or it's shown her watching somebody go up, fight against Willy, and having Willy just, it'd be like blow for blow, but then Willy, being triumphant. Instilling the sense of, you can only do so much, but he's gonna win, so we might as well try to keep him happy. Like, they don't do good enough to set up, like, why she's like, oh, we can't go against Willy, he'll just kill us all.
Yeah. No,
they set
him
up like this imposing figure, but they haven't given him, like, this unbeatable presence. Like, I'm a cut above the rest, you can't beat me.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. That is a shortcoming of the film, yeah. And again, I like her design because it's a normal human just wearing a mask. I like that. Yeah. Hey, he's wearing handcuffs, so hey, this is kinky. Alright. It's like, let's dance. I got both hands behind my back. This will be a fair fight.
Oh, that bitch got teeth.
Yeah. I like how he's just like starting it on. It's like, oh yeah, we're doing this.
God, that is fucking hilarious.
Complicit. Yep.
Attempt to burn the place down.
Yeah, she has tried to do the right thing. They have established that she is trying to do the right thing, and the sheriff stops her. Okay. But I think it's also, if they burn the place down, I think the other somewhat valid concerns. So we've established the animatronics can leave Willy's anytime they want and just do whatever. They're staying in Willy's is a preference, not a requirement. I think it's fair to say that burning it down would not stop them. Oh, what about? Oh, okay. The turtle hitched a ride.
Fair enough. It's just the issues of they haven't shown the animatronics being damaged at all up to this point.
Right.
So it's hard to say what would they be able to just out fucking do.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, give me
them
give me some kind of magical properties or something like that, where or like as I said, any kind of regen would work.
Just something to give them this air of reason to fear them outside of they went around and a good example, Michael Myers, and how he would only target people who were either alone or defenseless. He didn't go after people that would fight back very well. And they have shown you can fight back against him, but he's very strong, and he will more than likely overpower you.
Here we go.
So give that sense of fear. We can fight back, but we gotta get really
so here we have
right.
Yeah. So here we have Nick Cage doing his take on the watermelon with the thighs. There you go. There we go.
Now that's getting some head.
Yes. Darn, I got scuffed. That could have been a good clip. I was trying to time that. The Nick Cage doing the watermelon with the thighs, but the opposite of how you expect.
Yeah, it just sucks how the movie fucking falls apart a bit when they're just they're terrified of an entity that they haven't shown a proper reason to be outside of. Yeah, they went and killed some people. You can still try to fight back. This isn't a good one, as a killer that it's hard to fight back against. Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, there you go.
The undead fucking psychopath. Literally an undead.
Yeah.
And potentially, I ended up learning this. So, little fun lore fact. Jason might be a Deadite.
Yeah, I know. That was the original intent was Jason versus Ash versus Freddy, where that would have been established that he's a Deadite from equivalent to a Deadite from Ash's universe. Yeah, the Evil Dead.
Which would make total sense as to why he keeps kicking.
Yep. Yeah, but no, I like. And here we go. Now he's gonna clean it up even more. It's all right, those two are done. Clean it up some more. Get the blood out. I agree with the animatronics are established too easy. She just beat one of them with a shotgun to the groin. It's okay, well that's now that's just not you're really undermining how
now we're
hazardous
seeing
these guys
that. Yeah, but now they even established okay, so they can just feel pain as well. Yeah. It isn't they don't feel pain, so they can just power through your attacks. She hit it in the groin, it went down because of a groin shot. So they feel pain.
So which undermines that undermines the power thing. If they didn't feel pain, that would be better. If they regen or something, that would be better. There's ways to increase the fear here that they didn't go with. They fell into the trap of sacrificing plot consistency and power scaling for comedy. So they went for humor, which okay, it's fine because they're leaning into the tropes, but it undermines any attempt at seriousnness. So you're left with only being able to accept this as a satire or parody, and not being able to take it seriously.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I was going to bring up those points as to why I don't take this movie seriously. Not only because oh, it's Nick Cage, that's why. It's just with the plot inconsistency, it can only be taken as satire because they are so blatant.
Yeah. It's all right, Willy, are you coming at me? All right, well, I'm going to take a break first. Okay. First, let me get my soda.
He's got to go get oiled up for Willy.
Yeah. And I'm going to get my... Yep, get my arcade. And I love this sequence.
They actually made an arcade machine for a pinball machine for him, and they just recorded him doing shit.
Yeah, some of the budget had to go into that. And I love how we get just a pinball wizard dance sequence with Nick Cage. Just out of nowhere. Just like, yeah.
I'm down for it though. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. This is essentially his training montage to prep for fighting Willy. He knows it's coming. Willy knows it's coming. But he's like, I'm getting ready. I'm getting pumped. I'm getting psyched. And they use
This
it,
is
of
how
course.
you use your Nick Cage.
Yes. And we also get the main theme song for the movie dropping, the Willy's Wonderland theme. And I like the theme song is good. It's got a great 80s synth vibe to it, which I'm all about. Very on brand for me. Now you gotta wonder, did they play this song and
catchy.
Did they play the song and tell Nick Cage to dance, or did Nick Cage they just tell him, okay, play pinball and just do random dance moves and we'll make it work? And Cage's like, sure. I just want to know what the direction was.
And be Nick Cage.
Yes. I just want to know what the directions was. And she's like, he's still alive? I handcuffed you! How are you alive?
It's also the issue of, like, even the sheriff seeing that he has killed every animatronic except Willy, and she's still like, I'm still terrified of Willy. We have to sacrifice to him. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Give the dude a fucking chance because now Willy's the last one left. He has clearly shown he can handle his shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad she's gonna get killed, but, like, it's so dumb how her character is basically a botany fucking patient.
I like that line. Why did you just die? Well, that's kind of... no, it's not really on him at all.
Yes, why'd you have to go and try to destroy our problem?
Yeah. Now, if it had turned out that she was part of the cult... Oh, there we go. Now, if it turned out that she was part of the cult, that would have been fine, too. Like, if she had actually, kind of been on his side the whole time or something, that would have been fine or acceptable.
Just any reason for her to be this, stupid.
Yeah. Oh.
Because no matter what anybody says, her character, without any legitimate motivation, is dumb as hell.
Okay, well, Sniper Party Time has redeemed run ads for 3 minutes, so I'm running ads for 3 minutes right now. Hey, Sniper, glad to see you. Yep. Yeah, now this, I like this sequence, because this doesn't sound like, yeah, Willy is serious business here. Because, yeah, he is actually getting the best of Cage's character for the first time. You know, he is on another level from the others. The others, like Cage, can anticipate. Willy comes in and he's faster, he is stronger, he is, yeah. So this is someone that Cage actually has to worry about. And that is very well established in this sequence. I agree with you. I hate how we got here with the sheriff being a moron. It could have done without her. If it had just been we get the dance montage, he throws things away, he comes in, and then Willy sneaks up behind him, and then this happens, would have been fine. The sheriff's stupidity is not a necessary part of the plot at all. Most of what happened can happen without her being that stupid.
Yeah, it's sad because now we get a reason, okay, so Willy, this is the reason she might be scared. It's we don't get that till the end after she's dead, and no motivation had been set for her to be that terrified of Willy.
Yeah, exactly. But now it's okay, Willy's on another level. If Willy can get the best of him, then Willy could probably tear through SWAT teams and things like that. Okay. But, if it has been established in flashback, we got, we sent an army of our best trained officers, we called in SWAT, and they went in, and they all died. Willy, by himself, took them all out, and we knew at that point there was nothing we could do except placate him.
Yeah, they didn't do a good job setting up Willy as this imposable, unbeatable threat to them.
Yeah, we didn't have to see Willy in action. We just had to like get some backstory, like he wiped out something. Yeah, I agree with. Yeah, I think you and I are in agreement on that. And now we have like, all right, round 2, bitch. Let's go. I've had some prep time.
The Batman with the prep time. Now Willy's dead.
Yeah, Nick Cage with prep time.
God, imagine Nick Cage as Batman. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Well, hey, we had Nick Cage as Superman there briefly, sorta. Got screwed. Nothing gets screwed. Non-sub Sniper says, yeah, no, it's fine. I did specifically put the 3-minute ad redeem in there just for funsies. I think it's the first time it's actually been redeemed.
Bruh.
Bam! I'm beating you with my energy drink! Get boomer powered!
Now, I would have liked for this scene if they had Nick and Willy trading some blows instead of Nick just getting like the weapons. And because now it looks like, yeah, he fucked him up when he jumped him or surprised him.
Yeah.
But now he just doesn't seem like a threat.
Yeah. Now
it would have been nice if they went back and forth with Nick being the one to come up on top, but with Willy getting in some nice fucking hits of his own.
I agree. And so it would, instead of a curb stomp. That's what I mean. The fight choreography in the movie, I mentioned earlier, there's not a lot of it, and yeah, it really needed to be better. Power scaling sucks in the movie. I think we're all used to like anime shonen, which tries to be good about power scaling. This movie, not so much.
Yeah, it's the issue of like throughout the movie, they're setting Willy up to be this imposing threat. He does something one time, which was just cut somebody in half, fuck up Nick a bit. Nick goes, gets his drinks, and then just kicks his ass. It's like, Jesus, how much of a threat is Willy really?
Yeah.
If a dude with 2 sticks and an energy thing of energy drinks could beat him.
Yeah. Now, if they did more. If they did more to establish that that Nick is just like almost like superhuman level, that would have been fine too. Like I'm fine with Nick Cage's character just being like black ops. Like I could assassinate anybody I want to kind of level. That would have been fine.
Yeah.
Like if they felt like
they didn't do good. They just to have the movie taken seriously, the plot it needs to. There are a lot of points that need to be rewritten with scenes added.
Yeah, this one survived. Hey.
I do like how she survived.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he only crushed her head a bit. I guess she can recover from that.
I think it was the main case he broke her jaw via crushing. He didn't actually do any damage.
Yeah.
That'd even be lethal to a human.
Yeah. He stopped a little too early on her. Oh, or she played possum effectively. Could be another way to think of it.
Yeah.
Well, there's one more left.
They got tied to loose ends. All the assholes have to die.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Free bird.
Well, you gotta give him credit. This place looks cleaner.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
He did his job. You got what you hired before. I cleaned the place up, and that means I took out your faulty animatronics for you.
But here's the thing I want to say for the sheriff. I really believe that she enjoyed the killing. That you're ruining a thing, our compromise. Feel me? I think
It doesn't seem like they set that up because in all of her actions, she seems to be terrified of Willy. Right. Even though through this, we are given no reason to be scared of Willy.
Yeah. No,
he can kill you, but
he killed a bunch of defenseless people who more than likely stood there with the screaming, "Don't kill me!" and refusing to move.
That's how As funny as it is, that's the only way I can imagine like
Mhm.
Willy having gone through and killed them because he seems so inactive.
Yeah, now, another thing that could have helped is what if the sheriff was his wife in the real world? That would have been a cool little bit of backstory. That was his wife. So, she does it out of, misplaced love or something like that. Like, Willie manipulates her, even after death. That would have been neat. I would have liked that twist. Hey, kid, want to go steal some cars? I do like that his reaction is like, hey, well, you cleaned up our problem for us. Nice. Just do it, yeah. I mean, they didn't try to
Yeah.
backstab him in the end. They're just like, hey, now I got a functional Willy's Wonderland. I can open it up, make some money.
Well, that's because they
Woohoo.
had to kill the sheriff, because with how dumb the sheriff is, he could have killed Willy. She would have came in there like, oh god, they're gonna come back. I gotta kill you now because
Yeah.
I'm so scared of Willy.
I want to say, like, if a case where this was a good reason or example of why they're terrifying, like you said, if they had a task force to go against them and they all died, sure, or the case they killed him the first time, but he came back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like
they
if they
give
have the
no
ability to
reason to
come
be
back.
scared of them.
Yeah. If they have the ability to come back or there's some kind of like if there's like some way that they can come back but Cage happens to like defeat it. So like if you're in the ritual and you kill them, they stay dead, but if you're an outsider to the ritual,
it's over. Yeah.
yeah,
But
there we go.
it's a case where like they had a premise going on, but the characters made some poor decisions,
Yes.
and we're gonna talk about they were afraid because animatronics shouldn't do the things they do, right?
Yeah.
People
Now,
died, so I get
should also
their thinking parts are kind of shot because they're scared. Yeah.
yeah. Now
I, I,
should be noted, the turtle is still alive. So one of the animatronics did survive. The turtle was because she left the turtle alive on the side of the road, just with a bashed in crotch, but still very functional. So actually, there he is.
he did.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So they do wrap up
All
that loose
loose
end. I actually forgot
ends.
about that. All right, now he's dead.
All loose ends tied up neatly like a bow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And Sage, the whole like thing, oh, they were scared, that's why they're acting dumb. Yeah, they killed some people, but like I hate to bring this up, but at least in Halloween they did it well. As again, it was the case they were scared of Michael, not because he's an unstoppable force. We couldn't fight back against him because they knew Michael was smart and he knew how to get around. He was stealthy enough to get around people and fucking pick you off.
Yeah.
Like, it's a case really. It's just like these animatronics became alive and they started killing people. It's like, did you attempt to fight back at all? No, we just instantly just thought that they were indestructible and we couldn't beat them.
Have you guys tried?
No, we just they're obviously indestructible. I mean, that's
That guy
the
over there
only logic I fucking see with it.
And then the one guy that showed up killing them is like, no, we're so sorry, Willy. Sorry. What? But I get that.
It's the whole line of thinking with the characters is infuriating because it relies on them at like basically either being lobotomy patients or they were dropped on their heads as kids, as fucked as that is, because
right. Yeah, well,
it's such a dumb line of thinking.
Yeah, that is the common conceit of horror movies is that the characters are stupid to move the plot, and it's unfortunate this movie had to rely on that because I that's one trope I don't like from horror movies is when it's like, why you're too stupid to have survived this long, and it's like this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the only I hate to say it, but when it comes to movies, when it comes to horror movies, it is so hard for me to watch ones that have like a human or humanoid-esque villain that isn't paranormal. Because at least with paranormal, you can give the benefit of, well, it's a demon, so it makes sense that they're not going to understand how to stop it. But it's like, it's some dude with a knife. I have a loaded gun. I better run up to him and try to hit him with the gun. Is how that shit works, and it's so fucking infuriating.
Yeah.
But here's my counter offer to the dumb. I just think that everyone that's in on it just really want the killings to continue, right?
I would
Right.
agree with that, but it's the case of, you got to think of it this way. You can say like they wanted the killers to continue. Why in every single turn does it look like they're just scared out of their fucking mind of this place if they enjoyed the killing? None of them seem to take any pleasure or glee in the killings outside of, the two that died fucking. But that's because horny teen fucking trope.
I mean, like the owner really was gonna get that sweet new cars. Like he's enjoying that all the stuff that the dead people left behind. Is like they were making something good out of it. It's like making good
He
out of
also
a
said
bad.
that was going to be his last one. I think the owner was implying after this he's leaving town because he doesn't want to deal with it anymore. The sheriff doesn't want to deal with the Willies. Like, it's the case of they are profiting from it, but that doesn't mean they're taking any glee in it. Considering, it's more of a fear of, if we don't get somebody here, we're next. So I think it's more or less they do it out of dumb fear, as I'm just going to refer to it, because they're beyond stupid. Because we're not giving any in-movie reason as to why they are this, afraid of Willy and the animatronics.
That's fair, but
Yes,
I
they
want
can
to
leave.
point out something in the movie where it was kind of funny to me. In the beginning, when the owner said, "Remember, take lots of break to make the process easier," and he ran with that idea.
Yeah, no, it was a little funny thing.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, this is a serious fight. Oh, sorry, it's break time. Bye. Here's a knife, kid. Go knock yourself out."
That's also why I think this is more of a parody or a spoof. That's what they're called. Fucking a spoof movie.
Yes, definitely it is. Definitely more on the comedy side. I think if it leaned harder into the comedy bits, basically the way to salvage the movie, and the way to throw out all our stuff about the power scaling and all that, is if it leaned harder into the satire. So basically, instead, because we've got like two basic long exposition segments, maybe three. We've got the first exposition segment is the guy who blabs all the time. The second one is from Liv, who relays her experience with her parents, and then the third one is from the sheriff, where she fills in some of the stuff that Liv missed. If you take those and shorten them or have them cut off, so there's critical bits missing that we're not told, so it's just left to our imaginations, so we're not given all the details we're given, we're just given just a little bit so we know some of how it functions, but not all of the rules. That really takes away off, because then we don't know. Because if we don't know, we can't pick it apart. And not knowing is fine, because that leads into the comedy bit of the sheriff starts an exposition to actually give us the answers, and then she's killed. Boom, she's just murdered, and it's like, nope, you don't get the answer. That's fine, because look, fight scene now. That I think could have helped the tone, because Cage, can we all agree that Cage is brilliant in the movie? That we all like it? I think we all like Cage's performance.
He was.
Totally.
If it wasn't for Cage, this movie probably wouldn't have been as funny or as bearable as it was.
I agree. Yeah,
he carries this movie with his performance.
I mean, at the beginning, I like the idea that this guy's in the wrong genre. This is supposed to be scary. Why are you fighting back? I did not expect this. That was fun, right?
Yeah.
If they lean more to that kind of, this is okay, sir. He's not playing by the rules. What do we do?
Yeah, I think they had a really good idea with Cage's character of, all right, let's take a character from one genre, action genre, and put him in a atmospheric horror genre, and let's explore the mismatch. But then past that, they couldn't innovate beyond that, because then they immediately give us here's some 5 or 6 wacky teenagers who are all the horror tropes, and whoa, watch them get killed. And it's and they don't even do the deaths entirely well. It's where are the boobs? There's no boobs. The bimbo is supposed to show her tits, and we don't get that. And then the one guy just gets his neck snapped, which is super lame. And it's but
it would be really
Yeah,
funny.
they didn't lean in hard enough.
yes.
You know what? You know what they could have done? They could do more trope switch up. For example, they were the horny teen, they were having sex. Is they caught the peeping Tom and beat the ever crap out of him. You would never expect that. They were having a good time, and they said, we don't want an audience beat the crap out of the animatronic. Animatronic runs away, and they keep doing it. It'd be weird, but it'd be different.
Yeah.
What they should have done. One of the things I was thinking is what they could have done is have the teens, instead of trying to flesh out some personality, lean them all heavy into their specified tropes, with Nick Cage being the outlier of he's an action hero. So there could have been some neat interactions with that, and him potentially having them break their tropic rules. Horny girl always wants to fuck everything. The pothead is always high, or have his influence them, and potentially lessen the kill count. But it would have been interesting, and could have actually had some more fun with it.
Yeah,
they could. My best part is the obvious final girl dies.
Yeah, if they murdered Liv first, that would have definitely defined tropes for sure. I agree on that.
If they did more on that stuff, that breaking the tropes, genre mashing, it'd still be scary, but it'd be funny too, and it wouldn't be so painfully stupid halfway through the movie.
It's the thing of, I don't think you can't make a spoof like this and make it scary, at least with the way they did it. There wasn't a single time in the movie I felt any sense of fear, or they even the attempts at jump scares that they didn't even work.
Well, no, hold on. There was, I do remember you reacting to, there was one moment that made you actually disturbed, and that was the siren introduction, the Twisted Tinkerbell, the way she was crawling around and stuff. You did react with some, oh god, I don't like this, to that. So, that's why I said, her design is my favorite.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's not fear, it's just it's disturbing.
Right. Well, I'm not saying
they're trying to go for.
Right. I'm not saying it was fear, but for a horror movie, causing a sense of disturbance in the audience also fits. That's why I say I think but I would say that's the only segment that invokes that at all successfully. It's watching her crawl around, and the way she moves and skittles about the floor is pretty disturbing, and that is well done. That's why she is my favorite design out of all of the monsters in the movie. She gets by none as the best, because I think that was the best.
I think the reason she may invoke that would be the Uncanny Valley.
Yeah,
due to the fact she has more humanoid appearance. So I think that's the reason why.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll give it credit. It was a little bit disturbing, but that's about in this horror movie, if it is a horror movie and not a spoof. Yeah. And that was the only genuine part where I would have felt any disturbance, while the rest of the movie was kind of okay, this is if they were attempting to invoke something like that, it didn't work. I was more or less laughing, which if this is an attempt at a horror movie, that's very bad. Yeah. You do not want your audience laughing at scenes where you're supposed to be scared, or you're not supposed to be laughing.
Yeah, I would say I would compare this to Cabin in the Woods in some ways, because Cabin in the Woods is it's a horror movie that is not scary, but it is a commentary, it's a meta-commentary on the horror genre. This one, it's not scary, it's more of a meta-commentary on fnaf, essentially. But the problem is fnaf is such a narrow genre that it doesn't work as... There's not enough meta to comment on, so it kind of ends up feeding to basically pad time. It has to bring in other things. So it just kind of falls apart. In order to do a meta commentary on a genre, the genre has to be broad enough so that you can comment on a lot of different things from it. That's why canon
It's also the case. I
works.
want to bring this up. If they were attempting to do like this meta commentary on FNAF, they did not do it well. The
Yes.
commentary itself then was not done well because you could do it on a narrow genre. It's a lot harder, but they did not do it well considering, we watched the FNAF movie. It came out. It was pretty good, and there were some moments in there I was like scared for the characters and stuff. So they can't do the commentary on, well, FNAF isn't that scary when FNAF released a movie. It did well, and they did do some genuinely good scares.
So that brings us to the big discussion question I wanted to deal with here. Make sure we get that in there before I have to go. So all right, so going down the row, we'll start with you, Diesel. Since you brought it up, which movie do you consider better, Five Nights at Freddy's or Willy's Wonderland?
Well, I'm going to compare them as a horror movie because FNAF, as there were some light scenes, it is horror. It's PG-13 horror, but it was still going for horror. And FNAF blows us out of the water in the sense of horror because they actually do good at drawing you into scenes, giving you a feeling of dread. And, you don't want the characters to die. And compared to Willy's, Nicolas Cage is the only character I care about, and that's because it is Nicolas Cage. I like Nicolas Cage, so I want to see him do wacky, fun shit. I don't want him to die for the sake of that.
Okay.
And if, like I said, if Willy's was going as a spoof movie, I'd say enjoyment value Willy's would have been a lot better, but I don't feel like they were aiming too heavy. They didn't lean in well enough to make it a good spoof. That's why I prefer FNAF for enjoyment value just overall.
Okay. Sage, what do you think?
Well, as a FNAF lore guy myself, I would say as a horror movie, I would agree with Diesel, FNAF. Lore-wise, still FNAF, because with FNAF, there's mystery, and you're baffled, not because it's dumb, it's just because you don't know what pieces together. With Willy's, it's just that dumb people made dumb choices and double down on it. And the only sensible person they were trying to take is like, it's a good movie for a good laugh. But I would give something to Willy's as the kills. The kills are messy, gory, and it was like, yeah, it invoked a visceral reaction. And it's like, wow. And that's just Nicolas Cage just put in the work. Like, it got better kills than FNAF, granted, because the most notable kill was the girl got eaten and chopped in half by Freddy, right? That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But where all the good things FNAF had, Willy's didn't. But what they didn't have, they had their own things. Like, yeah, people died. It was pretty gruesome. FNAF, as again, I know it's PG-13, as we're saying. It was trying to be lighthearted and imply murder, but Willy's was doubling down on the kill.
Okay.
I think FNAF did better in the sense of, like, yes, it didn't have as much gore, but it didn't need it. They replaced the typical, oh, that's disgusting, that's disturbing, with drawing you into scenes and atmospheric horror. Which in a movie's runtime does a lot better than because if we think about it, then Willy's Wonderland, if you're going for a gore movie, go watch Saw. You're gonna see a lot of messed up violence, or go watch Hellraiser.
Right. Yeah.
A horror movie should not stand alone on we're horror because we have messed up kills.
Yeah.
Because then it's just okay, then what happens in between the kills?
Yeah. There's a difference between special effect horror, which is what I call the gore stuff. That's all a lot of what Eli Roth does. For example, is special effect horror, which focuses on the gore and look how many different ways we can depict the human body being mangled. And those are technically those can be kind of innovative and interesting. But then there's horrors and we want you to feel fear, and that's atmosphere is huge for a proper horror movie. That's why a lot of modern horror doesn't work for me, because it lacks atmosphere. Willy's definitely doesn't have atmosphere. The reason, so I'll answer the question for me. Having watched this again, I actually wasn't sure which one would come out on top for me, because I have my issues with Five Nights at Freddy's. I have my issues with this movie. Having watched this one now again and closer to FNAF, I'd say I prefer Five Nights at Freddy's. I would watch Five Nights at Freddy's again before I would watch this movie a third time. Honestly, having watched it twice now, I'm kind of done. Like, I'm good. I'm good. I don't have to watch Willy's Wonderland ever again. I think I am done just having seen it twice. I'm good. FNAF, though, I do want to watch it at least one more time to kind of pick it apart and see some of the cameos and Easter eggs I missed. But yeah, FNAF, superior atmosphere. Um, the tone was much more consistent. Willy's Wonderland had tonal issues. We had the wacky tone with the cage, because, I mean, as I said, that sequence where he's playing the pinball machine and the theme song is playing and he's like dancing around, that was good. Like, by itself, that is a great scene, and I love that scene. But the problem is now it's contrasted with, like, all this exposition dump that is, like, super serious and stuff. And it's like, okay, and, it's like we should have, yeah, the script needed to cook a little longer. I'm definitely glad that this is a rejected script. I'm glad that this is not the script that FNAF went with. That, as Luigi noted, that it was rejected. I think that was smart. I think it's good that they rejected this, because I think the final product we got with FNAF is superior to this possible version. So I'm much happier with FNAF than I am with Willy's Wonderland. I'm definitely looking forward to a FNAF sequel. And I think it will be, I trust it to hold up pretty well. But yeah, so FNAF wins. FNAF has beat its own spin-off. That's pretty awesome. And this one had Nick Cage. Again, this one had Nick Cage. It had the Willy's Wonderland definitely has more star power, but FNAF, in my opinion, is a superior movie overall. Despite its flaws. Neither movie's perfect. But I think this movie's flaws are just
the
bigger.
reason. Oh, yeah. And I'm gonna say this. I think the reason this movie got so much notoriety was it was carried, this movie, I feel as if, is solely carried by Nick Cage.
Yeah.
And it's not bad if you have a star that brings people in to want to see the movie because they like that star. But it's bad when it's just well, would you watch it? I'd watch it for Nick Cage.
Right.
I wouldn't watch it for anything else but this star, and I think it really drags the movie down, because remove Nick Cage, this is a boring movie.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, oh, okay. Go, Sage.
To be honest, I'm pretty sure we established in the beginning, Nick Cage carried this movie. And as far as I'm saying, the real focus was really Nick Cage against the animatronics and that weird tension between him and Willy's. So it's like everyone else outside of those two things did not matter.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is.
Yeah. Now,
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, to be fair, I don't think it was just Nick Cage. No, Nick Cage was a huge part. I think it was the combo wombo of it's Nick Cage in a parody of Five Nights at Freddy's. Because 2021, Five Nights at Freddy's was still super huge. I mean, it's still big now, but I think 2021, it was still riding a high. It still had a big. I don't know if FNAF's on a downturn or not. I don't know. Security Breach, I think, revitalized it. I'm not sure what the current status of the FNAF fandom is, but it feels like in 2021 FNAF was a bigger deal than it is now. I think because, again, lockdowns, so we were playing more video games, so I think FNAF had a second win. So the idea of, so yes, it was a Nick Cage movie, that helped, but I think it's Nick Cage plus FNAF parody. Yes, and a lot of people are like, oh man, yeah, I know that game. This is a parody of that? Yeah, I want to watch the knockoff. Hey, let's laugh about it. Boom, big irony. And that's the thing. The movie needed to be way more ironic than it was. While I've criticized, in FNAF, I said, I was glad that it didn't take an ironic tone. I think this one would have benefited from it. Because it's Nick Cage. If this had taken much more tongue-in-cheek, ironic note tone to it. Be like, yep, we're just going to lampshade the fact that this is a parody, this is a knockoff, this is a cheap cash in essentially. But we got Nick Cage, so we got some quality to it. So this is a cheap knockoff with a gold gilded plate on here. That it could have done better. It could have done more with what it had. Basically, Nick Cage gave it a solid core, and they just couldn't build around him properly. But yeah, definitely Cage is the reason people saw this, as well as the parody aspect. And I think people were hoping it would be more of a parody than it was. All right. So I'm pretty much done at this point. So let's go to, unless either of you have like other topics. Final thoughts. What are your final thoughts on Willy's Wonderland? We'll start with you, Diesel.
Again, it's the case. Like, they don't lean too heavy in either direction of making a spoof or an actual horror movie, and that just it causes that issue, like you were saying, of tonal imbalance. So, without it being Nick Cage in Five Nights at Freddy's, or specifically without Nick Cage being in it, this movie would have just been unbearable. Like, if it on a scaling of like 4 to 10, 4 to 10, 1 to 10, I'd give this a 4, and that's solely because Nick Cage was an enjoyable watch. But I'm taking this as what happens if you remove him. Then the movie is just boring as hell, at least to me. So I'm giving it a 4 out of 10, and that's solely because of Nick Cage.
Okay. Sage, how about you?
Well, this entire movie, I was just filling out a horror bingo book in my head. I was like, yeah, a lot of stuff was checked off, executed in a weird way, but yeah, again, in the beginning, Nick Cage carried this movie, and it's a movie I would tell someone to watch and just to pass the time and make fun of. It's enjoyable for that reason. Then we're taking it serious as a horror movie. We're not gonna do that. Oh, it's a parody of FNAF and Nick Cage in it. You're gonna watch it to see what's it about, and after that, it's like it's a good laugh. As far as I see, I appreciate the use of the killing effects, the gore, the CGI, the practical effects. Yeah, again, it started with a good idea. If what happens, take an action star in a horror movie. Again, it's an enjoyable thing to watch once or twice, but you're not gonna rewatch for any important stuff you missed from the movie, because it's very in your face, not much leave to the imagination. So I'm gonna give it halfway, 5 out of 10. So it's enjoyable for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, no, that's pretty good. Hold on one sec. Someone knobbed a let's see. Suspend function, but didn't specify what to do with that. Okay. Alright. So my final thoughts are, FNAF, overall better movie. This one had better star power because Cage. But yeah, when people criticize the plot stuff, there's some good stuff. A couple of the fights are good. Animatronic designs are good. They did a lot with $5 million. It's even lower budget than FNAF. They did a pretty good job of hiding it. FNAF has more polish to it. The story needed to cook longer. And man, is it the worst Nick Cage movie ever? No, there's definitely worse Nick Cage movies out there. He does a good job in this. I would recommend it to someone to watch once after they watch FNAF, just to get a chuckle and then like never watch again. But FNAF is definitely the main dish here, not this one. So, all right. Let's see. I need to use the rest. Well, no. Hold on. Shilling first. So Diesel, go ahead and shill.
Alright, so my shilling's gonna be me and Sage are both in a D&D campaign, and we're looking for another player. Join the server, and if you're interested, join Dom's server and DM me, and I'll go over details with you about everything. But yeah, if you want to hang out with me and Sage more for whatever reason, or at least me, because I know I'm the star of the show, obviously. Just DM me.
Okay. Sage, what would you like to show?
Well, I got a YouTube. I do dislike videos mostly. And if you like hunky tiger wardens, I'm your man. If you want to talk about weird stuff, I'm also your man. But if you want to talk about how great the doctor is, well, you know where to find me. Stage Lazy at YouTube.
Okay, awesome. All right. So there will be a raid after this. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, this is where the VOD will end. Hey, catch me live. I do this Saturdays and Sundays with Diesel and Sage here. I also do Tuesdays and Fridays normally. Work is kind of crazy, so Friday's been out lately. But catch me live. Join the chat. Many thanks to Luigi, Navda, Sniper for joining in on the chat. Really appreciated it. Great to see you all around. Let me know in the comments below. What did you think of Willy's Wonderland? Post in the comments, give us some discussion points. What do you think of our analysis? Did we miss something? Did we miss something crucial that maybe we should have thought of or something? But yeah, this is where the VOD will end. And then I'm going to use the restroom, and then we're going to do a raid. I know who we're going to raid. But this is Dominic Bytes signing out. When next time we meet, may your robot body be fully charged!
Also, hi, Dominic!
Hey, Dominic Bytes. Welcome. Welcome on by.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream, Dominic Bytes. Hopefully everything works out for you, buddy.
Welcome to stream, Dominic!
Hi, Dominic.
Dominic.
Yep.
Hi. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, though.
Hello, Dominic. Hello, darling. How you doing, darling?
Hello, Dominic.
So hello, Dominic. How are you doing? Welcome in.
Dominic! Hello, Dominic. I hope you're doing good today.
How's it going, Dominic? Welcome in.
Mwah. Hi, Dominic. How you doing, cheese pie?
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Dominic. Hi, sweetie. It's good to see you.
Hi, Dominic. Hi, Dominic.
Dominic, hello.
Hello, Dominic Bytes. Hello. Dominic Bytes. Hello.
Dominic, thank you.
Can you stop slamming shit?
Hey, Dominic.
Hello, Dominic Bytes. Hello.
Dominic Bytes, you productive little devil.
Dominic Bytes. Oh, it's you.
Oh my god. Also, thank you for clipping as always, Dom. You are so sweet. I really appreciate you. You are an absolutely wonderful being, as all of you are.
Alright. Alrighty, time to say some racial slurs.
I mean, we control the stream. So much power at my hands.
Exactly.
I hope y'all are good out there, man. But yeah, quick question, Ludo. So out of all the animatronics, who do you think you could realistically beat in a fight?
Probably gonna be the ostrich. He went down the easiest.
Same. Like, I feel like the ostrich, not really a problem. I would give it to the turtle, right? Because
Yeah,
of
he's got
how
the
it's-
turtle defense.
Yeah, he has the defense, but the mobility shot. Just knock him on his back. You just do what the girl did and beat him with something. He won't stay dead, but you have an advantage and you get a car and drive over that. Like what they did in the movie, right?
Yeah, valid.
The hardest one, I would really give it to the knight and the gorilla. The gorilla has weight. The knight has a sword. Yeah.
I was gonna give it to the knight and Willy. Because in all of them, Willy was the one who fucked him up, and Willy comes with, claws.
You see, the thing is, here's the thing with Willy. I'm gonna give the chance. He lost because he fought him barehanded. He won with having a weapon. It's not even a good weapon. Some sticks, duct tape together, and a bag of cans. And this. No plan. He just keep wailing and nonstop. That's all he did. He just beat the crap out of him. Didn't give him an opportunity to fight back.
Yeah, but that kind of happened to all the animatronics. Once you started laying hands on them, they kind of just started falling apart.
Yeah, so it's like, if you got a baseball bat, right, and just keep on swinging, you should be fine. Would I want to be
sad we
next
didn't get the scene of Nick Cage and Willy just going at it.
Man, your fanfic between those two is gonna be insane when it get released. But yeah, but yes, I do see some tension. Whether or not it's sexual, I'm gonna leave it alone. I would give it to the siren because she was being seductive. You feel me? The one that could have catch a lot of people was a chameleon, trying to play in on the "I'm good, but I'm in a bad situation. Please help me" trap because most people would lower their guard for reasons.
I just realized I just fucking remember something. There was a scene in the one we watched that got cut.
Oh,
it was they. So after the suicide, they go into telling about how they tried to keep the place open, but there was something wrong with the animatronics, and it was the siren saying "You want to fuck fatty" to like some chubby kid. Because like he went up and grabbed her breast.
Oh, so that was the construction guy, right?
No, it was just some kid.
Oh,
some chubby kid.
Yeah.
Oh, she a freak.
Yeah. Well, yeah. She's a psycho, and yeah. I know what scene you're referring to. Yeah. So like I said, siren best design in there. Okay, so I'm back. So yay, raid time.